Dolores. Oh yeah, okay, back again I see. Hurry up then. What is it you need? Show her the fan you found. This seems like the kind of thing that would interest you. My, that is lovely. May I hold it? Dolores turns the fan over and over, admiring its unusual design. Truly remarkable. Perhaps I'll be back later. Do I still have the fan? I do. I would have sold it to her, maybe. Then we could afford rent. At least if it's worth like more than, what, 7 shilling or whatever it was. Bathhouse, let's take a look. Anyone in there have anything of note to say? Probably not, but I still want to be thorough, just in case anyone knows anything about Father Franco. There's a bath, we don't need that. Bouncer, nothing I need from this bloody old tosser. He's already allowed me entrance to the Lotus. Okay. Let's enter the opium then. Let's see if there's anything of note in there. Anyone who knows anything? But probably not. Oof. Sure. There we go. There we go. Easy, easy. Wait, what's that in the crack behind him? To clarify, the Ruel, the space behind the bed and the wall. One needs to be clear about the posterior clefts. Okay. It's much easier to get to for one thing. A whole damn pound. That's what did this tosser even intend to do with this? Okay, 1 pound added. Perhaps he meant to get himself some teeth or a monocle. That's nice. Now we can afford to pay rent. Incense pot, nothing of note. Bookshelf, dreamer. He's already been pickpocketed, I think. Like we pickpocketed from one of them but left the other one be, so now both of them have been stolen from. I mean, they've been lying about in here for a long, long time. Basically passed out, so whatever. If they can afford to lounge about in the opium den for that long. Okay, let's keep going then. Let's just go to Tenter Street. We might also return to Beggar's Lane and ask to talk to like Clem or someone like that about the murder. I'm not sure if they've told us anything. There's a bin. Here's that old bin again. Likely naught but rubbish here, save for something I may have tossed out earlier. We could throw in the gin bottles, the cigarettes, nothing. Okay. An unusually clear puddle. It's just a puddle. Okay. The burnt building. There's a small, there's a smell of burnt tallow in the air. And a wash tub in the rubble. Perhaps it was a laundry and they forgot to pay Molly her protection money last month. No, this looks to be just a house, but this room may have been the washroom. Even if there was anything salvageable in the rubble, it would take a team of oxen to lift this crossbeam. I'm bloody strong, but not that strong. So Otto is stronger than you, huh? Let's see. Unless Otto lifted something else up. Could also be the case. Alright, let's continue. Do you know anything? Okay, something else you needed, or is this just a quiet spot for you to wait out the gin eggs? We need illusionists to pay that? Sure, let's pay what's owed. It transpires that I have your outstanding rental payment right here. Then hand it over and be quick about it. Lord in heaven, I almost don't believe it. Sarcasm is rarely welcome in any social situation. Fine, we're square. Try not to be so tardy next time. Now, please quit loitering about. I've work to do. Oh, and here's some more mail for you. A pamphlet, to be precise. Here it reads... Sorry, 1 second. Here it reads, tired of feeling like a placeholder, orphan at your current boarding house? Come to St. Marcus, where every orphan is guaranteed 70 hours a week in the most advanced workhouse in London. View of the River Thames. And Selina, how is this relevant? You're an orphan, aren't you? Trying to get me to move out, huh? Didn't I just pay rent? 6 weeks late? 5 weeks and 6 days, but close enough. Let's ask about the Minotaur leather. I see you're selling Minotaur leather from the watch vendor outside. Oh, the Spornbacher. That stuff is aftermarket, so take it up with the manufacturer. Or better yet, Molly herself. She's the one who plunked that thing out there. You don't share the profits then? Not even a halfpenny. Halfpenny, I suppose. Bronze coin worth half a penny, yes. Well, if Molly put the machine there, it wouldn't surprise me if Anselina wasn't coming away with anything in the deal. It's just how that blasted trollop operates. Molly, I mean. Any road. Why the sudden interest in how I run my business? If I weren't so savvy, you wouldn't have a roof over your head. Morals and profit can coexist, it just takes effort. Well... don't philosophize, especially not with... I don't philosophize, especially not with you. Now please, I'm very busy. She's not taking pointers on the topic. Are you aware that the Spornbacher outside is acting up? Define acting up. £500 for a watch? That's so. Well, be that as it may, it isn't my responsibility to fix it. That would be Molly's. Now then, out with it. What else is it that you need? Have you come across any tasty gin varieties while collecting curios? Given your penchant for drinking, I'm surprised you didn't notice my newest find right here. Then again, liquor can do all sorts of things to your sight. Is it actually pink or are my eyes failing me? 3 shillings, can we afford that? I think we can. I just added some coloring to it to make it look more appetizing and get people to notice it more easily. 3 shillings, sure. I hope it tastes as good as it looks. As if I don't have standards to uphold with the goods I sell. About that pink gin? What about it? Oh, save your money. We don't need another one. Okay, I was just basking in our warm rapport. Alright, you cheeky gym crack. If you've nothing more to say, then off with you, gym crack. A cheap and showy ornament or knick-knack. Okay. That's that. Let's take a look at the pink gin. It's oddly colored, but certainly won't kill you. Might even catch a buzz, but I'm not gonna drink it now because we don't need any additional hope. We are full of hope. Now let's take another look around, I suppose. Where do we go next? So we have another gin for the collection. We need to find someone who knows of Franco. Fine, let's go to the let's go to Beggar's Lane. Also, there's another thing I want to do. Since I've only been there with Otto, let's go down the sewer grate real quick. There was this hideout. Go back to the sewers. And see. Okay, we have to get over here. Let's just have the computer do the tracking. Don't need to find my way through this labyrinthine mess. I mean. I think we have to go across here. Yes. And through here. Since that water is now lowered. There's some bottles. Scattered gin bottles, all of them empty. Looks like bottom shelf stuff anyways. Annika didn't strike me as a drinker, though the sweet burn of Slowberry sure is hard to resist. Okay, blackthorn tree. Okay. A coffer. A grimy old strongbox. Smells of mildew. Maybe that's the whole place. Or maybe that's the whole place. Let's open it. Someone gave the lock a good bashing at some point. The lid pivots smoothly and musty old linen, rumpled stevedore's cap, and 10 shillings. Well, that's 10 shillings. That's nothing to sneeze at. Okay. Fortune shines on a Minotaur today. A teddy. A plush teddy with a missing eye and matted mohair fur. Mohair? Fabric made from the hair of the Angora goat, typically mixed with wool. Damn, this thing is dusty and creepy besides. Let's leave it alone. Left down here by Annika or Bertram, I suppose. The seams are coming apart, sawdust spilling out. The poor thing could use a new owner. No sense in lingering in melancholia. Maybe I'll take it with me. The single eye is endearing somehow. I'll take it with me. Oh, self-discipline is increased to 18. Was it loved and lost or simply tossed aside? Let's take a better look with wit. That's enough. That's enough. Very good. There's a dull crimson stain behind the ear. Could it be dry blood? So it's not only filthy, but it's got a grisly past. It's a grizzly bear. If it belonged to a child, I hope they didn't come to harm. Let's take it. Let's take a quick look at it as well. A teddy with single eye and matted fur. No wonder it was found in the sewers. Okay. And a bedroll. A strip of canvas, a guttering candle, and paper scraps. Someone's been sleeping here. Thanks, detective. This must be where Annika was bedding down for a while. I don't blame her for leaving it. This thing is almost as grimy as my own mattress. Good point. The garret could use a deep clean. Hey, I keep a clean house, all things considered. Cleaner than this hidey hole at least. Animal instinct. That's right. If I didn't, then I couldn't bear the stench. Spryness? Search underneath the filthy bedroll. Come on now. Well. Back to the old luck, I suppose. If I have to get any closer to that thing, I'm going to vomit. Whatever fantastic treasure hides under this bedroll will have to stay hidden. No, we have a pry bar. Using an implement rather than my bare hands is certainly preferable. Oh, what's that? There's a key beneath the bedroll. Old key added to inventory. I wonder what that's for. Clearly it hasn't been used in a long time. Was it the key to the coffer? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe if... I don't know. Did Otto smash up the lock or something? If so, then... maybe that was that. What's faster? You know what? Let's go to Bagger's Lane and just... let the computer do the pathing, and in the meantime I'm gonna pour myself another cup of tea because you can probably hear my voice giving out in real time, unless that's more audible to me than it is to you. Who knows? Anyway, we're back in Beggar's Lane, and now let's head into the Palladium, ask if maybe somebody else witnessed the murder or something like that. That would be very helpful. Come on now, let me go in, thank you. Let's see, who is here at the moment? Calvin Quill, Jemmy, Lefty Braun, Clementine. Let's talk to Clementine first. Here's an old friend and an honest Minotaur. Shall I revisit our common affection for hard liquor? No, that's exactly why you should turn tail in Scarpa. Recall the other night. Do I want to get robbed again? Just a wee tipple? For Christ's sake, no, Atticus. You probably know what became of Ariana now, by now. Poor thing, torn to shreds at the hands of the courtesan killer. Place won't be the same without her. Lefty, do you know anything? Keep those horns sharp, mate. Okay, Jemmy. Jemmy? What is it? I'm not here to chit-chat. Ever the charmer. Self-discipline, see if he knows anything about your mother, but be circumspect. Or wit, You've got an ear to the street. Any opinion on the orphans who have been disappearing from the East End? Let's try that one. Oh my god. 83% chance and I failed it. I do. In fact, the fewer filthy, squalling urchins I see, the better. I like it. Now, if there isn't anything else... Come on. Well. What did I expect? Do you have any family in London? Listen, Atticus. You and I aren't mates. I'd sooner speak to the mayor of London about such things. Understood, but I have a rather urgent problem. I had thought my mother dead for many years, but now I've an inkling that she's alive and being held somewhere in London. I don't think I like your implication. Sorry? That I'm some kind of thug who might be in the know about missing old ladies. I think I'll be on my way then. Thank God for that. But man, my luck with those damn card draws is so bad. Is that everyone's experience with that game, or is that somehow unique to me? Were you wearing those horns last time we met? I can't remember. He seems a titch less amiable than last I saw him. Maybe it's that the bottle of absinthe. Maybe it's that bottle of absinthe. Green poison masquerading as a beverage. And a very good day to you too, Sir Poet. I have to ask, is the absinthe working? I've heard that it will give a man visions if he has the stomach to down enough of it. Here's a man who knows his drink. Yes, it grants me visions, direct access to that black well at the bottom of my being, where I dredge up my deepest, most profound literary witticisms. Well, you certainly sound serious, though I can't say that I've heard of you. Quelle surprise! You may know me as a penny poet, but of course you haven't heard of Calvin Quill, poet extraordinaire. Do you know why I languish like this, unknown and unsung? Let's ask him about the courtesan killer. Listen, you seem like a fellow who keeps an ear to the cobbles. How about these courtesan murders? Knowing some of the classier call girls shack up at the Bell Jar Hotel, I should wonder if the coppers have been nosing around there. The Bell Jar Hotel. I don't know anything about it, but I do live there. Of course, at the Bell Jar, that is. That's why I find this news so troubling. Poet or no, he doesn't know a thing about lying. He's practically trembling. Persuade him to talk. Persuade him to talk, come on. Bit overkill, but I'll take it. Come now. Be a sport. I'm not accusing you of anything. Tell me what you know and you won't hear another word about it, I promise. Yes, well, naturally, I'm not guilty of anything, but a person of my station must be careful not to run his mouth. Ahem. As I said, I room at the Bell Jar in the broom closet. My quarters are between a pair of rooms, and from either side I've often heard a licentious transaction occur. This fellow is perhaps the most long-winded I've ever met. One night, last month, it was a day before the penny papers declared another victim, I heard the voices of two girls quite clearly, followed not long after by a commotion. I called it a cat fight and stopped my ears for the evening. Interesting. That was all you heard? Yes, well, no. There was another odd sound as well, a kind of deep growling, one of them perhaps, or it could have been a buyer who was patronizing both ladies at once. Bloody hell, here we go. There is a central dichotomy to modern man's sexuality, as I'm sure you're aware. The constant tension between societal expectations, a cravat top hat, the daily broadside, and the primal urge of our common ancestor, the ape man. When a red-blooded being finds those primal urges stifled, well, he's a Darwinist. Beyond that, I can't make heads or tails of what he's on about. Okay, enough. That's all I needed to know. Right, toodaloo then. Okay. The courtesan killer. Calvin heard something rather strange at the Bell Jar, but he didn't actually see anyone. It's going to be hard to put the case together at this point, but I may well keep looking for clues if I can. So maybe we check out the Bell Jar at some point. Gin collection is the same old, same old. Nobody has known anything about Franco since I've heard of him first. Missing orphans, that's the manor. Old Crone is gonna happen eventually. Reconcile the past. Dr. Wainwright, Sorry Square. Settle your debt. That's the manor again, and sneak into the manor is also the manor. Okay. I'm gonna ask around for more evidence about the courtesan killer for a bit. The brothel is closed. Yeah, right. So nobody else around here. And then I guess I'm off. Let's see, where do we go next? Who might know something about Father Franco? That's something that's been bugging me a bit. So we've been at Cable Street, we've been at Beggar's Lane, we've been at Red Lantern Lane, nobody knows anything there. Maybe at the docks someone might know, there's a lot of people that we could talk to. We've also been to Tenter Street, nobody knows anything there. Let's go to St. Catherine's docks and ask her around about Father Franco. Let's do that first. Okay, there we go.